great country.
Do you agree that Republicans and Democrats both want what's best for the country?
No.
Okay.
They won't compromise at all.
Just the Republicans?
Well, that's the way it's been the last 4 years.
How many people in the room, raise your hands, if you think both Republicans and Democrats, even though we disagree about issues, both Republicans and Democrats want what's best for the country? How many people believe that? They both sides want what's best, right? Okay, I think most of us agree with that. I know there are some on both sides that don't. I just think we got to move beyond that. Look, I work with a lot of Democrats in Washington, sorry. And let me say one more thing. And I never question, look, I disagree with President Obama on a lot of things. But I would never say he doesn't want what's best for the country. Absolutely he does. He and I just have a very different idea of what should be done. So I think that we would all be a much better country if we at least admitted that these are all good people trying to help. We just disagree on things. What else, guys? Anything else?
Yeah, I have.
Yes, sir.
I don't live here, but I do want to say that I appreciate your coming to talk to this age group of people.
You got it.
An age group of people who most would say is the greatest generation ever in America. And I'm proud to be here with my 90-year-old dad, who's a proud veteran of World War II.
Is this your older brother?
This is my older brother, Jack. There was one question in the back, and I do believe that the Democrats controlled both the House and the Senate the first 2 years of Obama's presidency.
Yes.
That's not for me to say. Probably not for you to say either, because it'll make you look like an outspoken politician.
Oh, me?
But,
Me?
I think number one.
and I do want to thank you for your forthrightness, not just here, but everywhere. And I appreciate that, because most politicians speak out of both sides of their mouth, and you can't believe either side.
I so appreciate that. Let me just say something. This job, look, it isn't a lot of fun, and I don't want to do this for a life. Remember, I've limited myself. I have 3 great adult kids. I have 2 wonderful stepkids. It would be so much easier to spend my time with my family at a real job. You may disagree with what I believe, but I am so sick of politicians who seem like they ask their pollsters and their consultants about every word they say because they're so afraid about offending anybody, or losing a vote. I just said, if you elect me, I'm going to go to Washington and I'm just going to tell you what I think, because I'm really scared. Oh, am I scared? See, your generation is so much better than my generation, and so much better than my kids' generation, because your generation worked harder. You understood what hard work was a lot better than my generation and my kids' generation. This is something we're losing in America, and that concerns me.
You want a country band?
Oh, if I could jump over that chair, I'd kiss you right now. In fact, I'm going to try.
I'm ready. I'm a mother that has a son who's running a small business, and he works so darn hard. I feel helpless. I feel helpless as a mother. Can't help him, because things are so bad.
You talk about, and this goes to your question, my dear, all the way in the back.
Yeah.
All these people unemployed. If you want to spend a really depressing 2 hours with me, get in a car with me and drive around Elk Grove or any town in the district. You know what's going to happen? We'll knock on about 15 small business doors. And you're going to walk into places where at one time this 55-year-old businessman had a warehouse and 40 people working in the warehouse, and it was bustling. And now 4 years later, it's him and his receptionist. And you know what's going to happen? Because it always happens to me. That 55-year-old man, maybe like your son, is going to break down in tears and say, oh my God, look what's happened to my company.
Yeah.
These are the people that make this country go.
It keeps the heart of the country.
Well, so did the auto workers. I'm from Michigan, so I know depressed areas like Flint and parts of Detroit. And they didn't even want to support the auto industry to get it back. They said, let it go, just let it go under. Well, thank God there was somebody that was on their side and helped them get back on their feet. Now they're producing even more and creating more jobs. Now that, to me, is part of what the Democratic Party did in Michigan and throughout the country. They stuck by their guns and got those auto corporations back on their feet.
We have in this country truly about a 15 to 19% unemployment rate. It's not 8%, it wasn't 8.2, and it's not 7.8. It's much, much worse than that. So you gotta decide what's gonna get this great country back up on its feet. And again, I love all opinions, and I'm so glad that you've expressed yourself, Roby.
Well, I have, because
I'm glad you have.
This is a very serious
Oh, gosh,
voting
yeah.
time.
It is serious.
Because our whole world will change if we change.
Well, again, that's the second thing you and I agree on. I got a smile out of her. Let the record show Congressman Walsh got a smile out of her. Life is going to change no matter where we go. And it's really pretty simple, guys. None of this is difficult. If you, again, and my two ladies in the back left, if you genuinely believe that a good big government is what we need to get this country going, if that's what you believe, then promise me, work hard and vote for Obama and Duckworth. If you believe our government's too big and we're broke, and it's us out here that got to get the country going, we just need to be freed up, vote for Romney and Walsh. And we can all smile because none of this is personal. I'm going to end on one note, and it's not a happy note. And I'm an Irish Catholic kid. I'm always trying to be optimistic. Please
Carry
listen.
a lot of guilt, too. I'm a good Irish Catholic.
There it goes.
Middle of 9 children.
You're middle of 9?
Yes, I am.
Oh! Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
Middle of 9 as well.
Good Catholic.
We both have issues.
Irish
Middle of
Catholic.
7. You and I both have issues. Please hear me on this. Even if you like what President Obama is doing and you believe in a big, big government, please understand that we are, as a country and a government, we are so broke right now. We are so broke. We won't have a government to give to our kids unless we start in Washington or Illinois, start paying our bills. We can't ask government to just keep doing everything because there'll be nothing left. And I know that's hard because it's a lot easier to say, come on government, take care of everybody. I want government to take care of those who can't take care of themselves. And for the rest of us, boy, we got to assume more responsibility for our own lives. And your generation understood that more than my generation and my kids' generation. That's so sad. That's what we've lost in America. We don't have people who take care of themselves anymore. We don't have families that take care of their loved ones. We're not as involved in our churches as your generation was. If our neighbor loses his job, you know what you did in your day? Somebody in the neighborhood helped that neighbor. Now, we don't do that. Neighbors don't help neighbors. Our churches don't get involved. We all look toward government. And that may be what you like, but besides being broke, you know what that's done? It's weakened our churches. It's weakened our families. It's weakened our neighborhoods. And it's weakened us. Pick which one of those you want. But thank you so much for having me come in and speak. You've been wonderful.